I got to bring this comment up because, like, I hear this so much, and all this is whinging and whining and crying. Not everybody can make 6 figures. Not everybody can make 7 figures. Listen, man, like,
you want to clean the street, clean the street. Nobody cares.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go be a street cleaner or garbage man, you want to be whatever you want to do, that's fine. But don't act like it's anybody else's fault but your own. Don't act like anybody's making you do that because there aren't enough of those jobs to go around. There's never been an easier time to make money. You have the internet. You have the entire world. All the information that has ever existed lives on this thing. It's in the palm of your hand at any given moment. And you're telling me you can't find a way to use all of the information in the world to make money? I can't believe that I hear this every single week, man. There's every week there's one of you guys that wants to make excuses.
Me, dude. You're starting to sound like me.
I can't take it. It's so ridiculous, man.
Because I'm a lot older than you, and I come from an era where information was in encyclopedias and fucking libraries.
Now he's saying he made $600K. Then what are you crying about, dude?
Yeah.
What are you crying about? Why don't you come up here and talk then? Come up here. If you made $600K, then why are you crying? What are you doing bitching and moaning then, dude?
You got Jake there. You want to pull him in?
All right. Jake, if you could just stop moving, I'll bring you up. There you go. Jake, what's up, dude?
Hey, what up, guys?
What's happening?
I just recently moved to Las Vegas. Came out here to, follow my dreams. My brother's got a, $100 million, $300 million real estate company in Dallas. And I was building houses for him. Hated it. Every day hated it. And decided to come to Vegas. My kids are all grown out of the house. So moved out here and was listening to Rollo on one of his podcasts. Saw him out of breath. Just got back from Little Run. And said, hey, I'm coming to Vegas. I'd love to play drums with you. And he's like, fuck yeah, let's do it, man. So been hanging out with Rollo out here. It's been badass. Everything on that side of, my life is going great. Creativity, working at a strip club right now, valeting cars. So I went from, being a general contractor making $400 or $500 a day to parking strippers' cars for $150 a night, not much.
So you're making less money parking strippers' cars?
Yes. But
why would you do that?
Way happier. Wanted to put a gun in my mouth all the time. I just hated out in Dallas, but love it out here. But financially, yeah, I'm barely scraping by. So I was just gonna ask, like, what's your best advice? I'm doing what I love. I'm drumming more.
Sometimes doing what you love is not the best thing to do, though.
Sure, and that's not going to be for financial reasons.
I mean, you're basically simping for strippers for $150.
No. When you say it that way.
Well, aren't you though?
I mean, no. I mean, they're paying me, right?
Ask Rollo, dude. He's the godfather and everything.
Yeah, no, he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's cool, and obviously it's a temporary thing.
You gotta crank it up. You gotta crank it up big time.
Yeah, the manager likes me. He wants to put me on the front door soon, and eventually my goal is to get into bartending, bar backing, especially out here in Vegas. Even though I'm an older guy, 43. In a year or so, I could be bar backing somewhere or bartending somewhere, making, same as I was back in Dallas.
Moff, didn't we have a friend that lived in Vegas bartending? What kind of cash?
Yeah, he's still there. He was pulling in 6 figures, but he worked a lot. And I also think that he was a really good looking dude too. And he was a flair bartender also. Yeah. So, he knew the tricks and the stuff, and he was doing a lot of that. So, and he was, I'm not going to say where he was working, but he was at a legitimate spot in Vegas, but he's also transitioning out of that. He's going to do something else different now. But no, you can make good money. I mean, if you're going to go be part of the nightlife and that's your jam, then there are certain benefits and advantage, and there's certain drawbacks.
Here's the thing, though, and I'm adamant about this because I think it's the same amount of work to go do some bullshit in a bar till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with a bunch of talent around you, some hot girls, or they look hot anyway because it's dark and they're wearing the right stuff. But you can put that same amount of effort into something else and build something that's making you $1 million a year.
Yeah.
$5 million a year or $10 million a year.
I think
you don't need to have an IQ of 130 to do shit like that.
Right. Yeah. It's just a matter of determination and grit. So that's what I'm trying to find is what's going to be my
What are you good at?
Side hustle.
What are you good at? What do you like doing that you can also make money at?
I've been in construction for 20 years and just wanted to get out of it. I had to raise my kids, had to put food on the table and did all that. And now they're all grown out of the house. And it's like, all right, it's time to do my own thing. I've put off, drumming for years. I used to do like Warped Tour, early 2003s, long time ago. So I'm just getting back into that because it's something that fulfills me, to follow my passion.
Let me ask you this: what is what sort of advice does Rolo give you when you ask him?
He was telling me, he said, "Hey man, just, I love that you're coming out here. I love that you wanted to just change your life. Because most guys, they, off themselves, press Control Alt Delete instead of trying to press reset, start over and build from nothing, which essentially is what I'm trying to do." So I, at some point I have had money. At other points I've been almost homeless. And I just decided what's going to make me the happiest is just following my passions and then trying to jump into something completely new. I can read plans, I can build houses, I can do all that, but I just didn't like it. It's just out of necessity. And so the more creative side, I've been helping them. They've got a show, him and Sartain, called Access Vegas. I'll come in, I'll hang their flat screen TVs that they watch their videos on and hang some lights and even ran the soundboard once or twice. But, it's just trying to completely shift gears at my age at 43, which is really hard. I come in to apply for a barback job and people are like, "You've only done this for 3 or 4 months out in Dallas before you came out." I'm like, "Yeah, I've got very little to no experience." But personality does go a long way in that industry. So, maybe it's something I don't want to do. Maybe a year down
you can make some good money at it, but at the end of the day, like I said, you can put that same amount of effort into something else using some direction and make more money, make a lot more money. Well, you just have to figure out what that is. I can't tell you what that is, man. I don't know what your skill set is. I don't know what you love doing. I don't know what you're good at. But what I will say is, in the absence of clarity, just do something. So just don't sit there, mope about it. Don't think about self-deletion. Don't do any of that stuff. Do stuff that moves you in a direction. You ever see a Roomba work?
Yeah. Yep.
Look, man, I'm going to give you a very simple analogy. You see that thing? It'll go in a direction, bump in a wall, back up, and then go another direction, 28 degrees in a different area, right? Yeah. It's just be a Roomba. Bounce into shit. Oh, that's not it. Just go in another direction and try something else. If it's just you moving and not sitting around doing nothing, then that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, my lowest points in life, I've always made that my motto. Just hit the gym, do something.
Right. Don't hit the gym, go for a run, whatever. Yeah.
So cool. All right, boys. Well, yeah, that's my biggest goal, is just to pivot into something new.
All right, man.
Love your content. You actually told Rollo, I said, Rich Cooper, of all people, right after my second divorce, was the guy that I heard you first say it. She's not yours. She's just your turn. Hit me like a break. I'm like, damn it, he's right. I had a good turn, but that turn is over. So
I hate being right, but I am
doing my own thing.
Somebody's got to be.
That's all.
Yeah.
But anyways,
all right, dude.
Love your show.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, man. Good luck. All right, and I think, yeah, man. It's look, it's simple but not easy. I mean, it's find something that you're really good at, or you're willing to be really good at, something that you enjoy doing, and then something that there's a market for. And if you can marry the three of those, and you can make money. But I mean, it's
just raise your standards, guys. I keep telling you over and over again. I mean, if you're going to have low standards for yourself, like parking strippers' cars, then that's what you're going to be doing. And you're going to be doing that in a perpetuity until you raise your standards to do something else. So raise your standards, raise them higher, right? Like why stop at 6 figures? Why stop at barback, whatever it was that he was looking for? Raise your standards even higher.
I mean, there's something to be said about not sticking out something that you hate, right? I get it, and I resonate with that guy's story, and I've been doing that. I did that for a long time, but I didn't turn over and have this community to fall back on, or be able to take this community and run it the way and turn that into a full-time gig just because I quit and just started from scratch. I built that up over months, over years, got to the point where I was building it on the side, and I still wasn't even ready to make the jump. And I don't know if I ever would have been ready to make the jump. So, I mean, hat tip to the guy for saying, screw this noise, I'm out of here, and I'm going to go do what makes me happy. But at the same time, man, you got to, it's tough spot.
Here's Chris's construction soul draining, but it pays well if you do it right. Look, I'm really good working with my hands. Okay. I can build whatever. I remember in high school, I took I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically a car mechanic co-op course. And I either used to walk to the mechanic shop or take this bus. But I realized after doing it for a month, it's like there's absolutely no way I could do this for the rest of my life. For starters, there were still drum brakes with asbestos on the pads, and you were breathing that shit in. It's like you do that for a good chunk of your life, you're going to die from lung cancer, like by the time you're 45. So it's like, you know, you could enjoy something like working with your hands and building things with your hands, and it pays well. It can pay very well, but it's like, yeah. Think bigger, hold yourself to higher standards, raise your standards, do bigger things, right? I don't know that parking strippers' cars is it, though.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it is you got to do, 2 jobs, save your money, invest in a business. I mean, there's stuff out there. So, you know, it's just, I think you summed it up perfectly. Like in the absence of clarity, just make a move, just do something. Yep. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Yep. You can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're never going to go anywhere.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here. And pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.